comes Legos, bricks and toys.
All right, so we've got our second half of this, so kind of our bag two of building. So I've got my music set. I've got Rascal here with me. Hey, Rascal, hello. And I figured, hey, we'll kind of get into building more of this because once this is built and done, I will pretty much be taking a lot of this apart and repurposing it into other things. I just ordered from the Stud Bee. I ordered a couple radioactive barrels to go with my mock for the crab. I have a giant kaiju crab, and now I'm looking for transparent tiles to create like toxic waste out in the water. So with that, I'll use some of these plates and probably some of these parts in those mocks. So I usually build, review, and then I dismantle and build on my own. And if you're not familiar with that, go check out my shorts. I usually put all my shorts from TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. They're all kind of the same. I'm starting to utilize Reddit a little bit more, and of course, just anywhere else that I can. So with this, I figure we'll finish up our last 4 bags, and then we should be done with this. So we got bags 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we have stuff from 0 left over, and a few like bits and bobs and pieces left over from that. So we are now over here because we finished this last. So if you're not familiar and you're like, wait, what is he talking about? Right up there we go. I'll post the previous build portion of this there, so that way you can see. But yeah, this is what we're building. Now this is JIE Star, and it really does remind me of some old school like Lego Pirates. Like I really dig this. And at the time of recording this, like I have it in my shop. I put it. Oh my goodness, I'm like struggling finding my knife. There you go. I'll put the link down in the bio for this, but this, at the time of this recording, it's like $12, and then I have a little commission thing on it. I really don't get a lot, but any little bit helps. It really does. But I will say that this so far has been pretty awesome. I've been enjoying this one quite a bit. I would definitely be willing to get more of these. Okay, so we've got an ingot, and it looks like we've got 2 of these 1x1 round studs in gold, and this chest is all yellow. So it's kind of like a gold chest. We've got a couple of chests here. One in yellow that's gold, and then another that's got 2 gold ingots in it that are also in gold. This one feels a little off with having, I guess, a yellow chest. I probably would have gone with a different color brown, but that's just me. Okay, we got 2 of these. So we've got the chest already pulled together, 2 of these green stems, and then these modified 1x4 tiles. So 1, 2, and 3. We'll kind of turn it towards this here. This is supposed to go right up here. We'll turn it that way. So it kind of goes like that. And then these are going to go on either side. So we've got 1 green stem there and 1 green stem here. And like I said, pretty much all of this I would use for other things. Like none of this is going to ever go to loss for me. Okay, we got a 6x6. Yep. 2 of these 1x3s, and they're 1x3 plates. And so right here, we're going to be going 1 and 2. Oh, I gotta go right off the end. 1 and then 2, just like that. And then we need a 1x6. 3 1x6s. Ah! And it looks like 3 1x4s. 1, 2, 3 right there. 2 1x4 tiles. And then it looks like one more 1x3. Okay. So let's take a look. So we've got a 1x3 going up here. 1x4 going this way. 1x6 going on the end. Another 1x4 here. 1x4 here. And then our 1x6 is here. So we're going to be staggering these pieces. And then of course that's going to fit 1 and 2. So we're kind of staggering like a roof. Now we need a 1x4 modified in darker brown, a 1x4 modified in the tan or light, 3 of these 1x3 tiles, and then 5 of our printed. Now, keep in mind, no stickers in this set. Everything is printed, and actually a very nice printing, to be quite honest. Let me put this together and show you, because it looks good. Like, it's one of those I'm looking at. I'm like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with this set. Like, I'm surprised it doesn't get a little bit more, like, just a little bit more, like, kind of people talking about it, but I did not see anything online. I was like, that's such a shame. Okay. That goes here. I missed one. I was off. Just one. It goes there. This goes here. This will go here. And we have this here. Boom and boom. Okay. So this is our staggered roof. But look at that. You've got printing on those boards, and we've had several boards. There's printing up here, printing over here, printing on the seat. There's a few pieces in here that are all printed, and I mean, granted, they're simple. They're like, you know, golden dial and some lines for boards, but they're done well enough that it's like, okay, yeah, this looks the part. It looks cool. I'm digging it. It's going to go right there in the center. I'm going to flip that over, and then we are attaching these. So let's see. This should attach right here. This one. Yeah, so this is going to go this way. This attaches to there. And then this is going to attach right there. Okay. And then we still have a couple of studs open. So we've got some greenery on this hut roof. And this one will go, if we're going to turn this way. Kind of. Let's see. We're going to turn it back this way. Right here. Okay. This one should fit boards up right into here. Or right into here. I think it goes this way. Okay. We're going to try that. Boom. Alright. So we've got part of our roof sitting up kind of like this. Yeah, so I think it opens more like that. So if we wanted to put something in there, we could do that. Alright, now we are making, it looks like another roof, so we need another 6x6. Check it. Yep, 6x6. And then we need 2 of our 1x3s, 1 and 2. This time we're changing up just a little bit. Going. Wow, they're changing this quite a bit. And 2. Okay, so I'm kind of doing what I call stud count, where I'm looking and I'm lining them up and counting 4 and then 4, and that way it kind of keeps me in line with where they're wanting me to go. Now we will have one 1x8 here, which I'm guessing is going to go overextend on an aspect of this, but we want to get everything else in first. Then we need 2, 1, and 2 of our 1x4s. 1x4 here, we get our 1x6, another 1x6, skipping 1x6, and then a 1x4 here on the end, just like that, and then our 1x8. So 1x8, that's going to be going right here, one stud hanging off of each side. And then we need a 1x3, which is supposed to go right here on the end. And then a 1x2, it's going right here. Okay. And that's where we're at as far as this. Now we have 2 of these modified 1x. Good Lord. I'm like struggling with my hand and perception of where things. I'm not overstimulated, but there is an aspect of, because I have something coming up today and it's not on my usual schedule, or schedule, I guess you could say. So my whole day, and if you know someone who's Aspie or autistic on that level, they might be able to tell you and be like, yeah, no, that's exactly how it is. So for me, because I'm not in what's kind of like my normal routine, summers are always off. I always feel rested / overwhelmed during the summers, because it's like I'm not doing what I normally do, which is add a routine, teaching, and doing all this. Now, at the same time, I don't want to be teaching right now. I want to, have time away from school and things like that. But nonetheless, it does throw everything off. Okay, now, that is it on that. There's nothing else. I have nothing else in the bin. So I have a feeling that was 5. I have a feeling the rest of our parts, yeah, they're right here in 6. So we'll go ahead, and 6 is kind of a small bag. Like there's not quite as much in this one, which is kind of interesting how they bagged everything. But we'll go ahead and we'll dump all that out, and we'll continue on. So now we're on bag 6 at this point. I'm going to move this stuff over here. Yeah, I'm going to move all this over. I'm going to close this down, and that should give me a little bit more room. There we go. All right, because I'm struggling finding placement for everything. There we go. We'll do like that, like that. Our extra bags are over there. Put those there. Rascal right up there. And this. Okay, so now we need our, this is a, these are actually called, let me find it. These are our 6x5 plant leaves. 2417 is what these are. So we've got that. We've got, of course, the plant leaves 4x3. So we need 2 of those in green. I'm about to say, it's right there. I'm about to say, oh no, what's happened? But we found it. Thankfully, we found it. Okay, now. Alright, so yes, we want the ones farthest from the end over. These 2 here. It's going to go right in the center. Count 1, 2. Yeah, 2 studs down. And then we'll flip it over. And then this time we've got this. We're putting this right on the ends here. This one should stud right here. And this is going to stud. Oh my goodness. That did not want to sit, did it? Go ahead and press that back down. That goes, oh. Let's turn it around this way. So that goes just like that. And this one will go right over here. And interesting enough, we could, no, I guess we can't. I thought we could double stud it or like stud it in two places, but it's not. We just got it there. But all in all, this feels like it holds really, really well. All right, now we do get a silver sword. Oh, look at this. Now, does this not bring you back to pirate days with Lego? I if you're looking at it and like, I have no love for Lego Pirates, especially back in the day. I don't know what to tell you, because I absolutely loved Lego Pirates. As a matter of fact, one of the things that drew me back in way after the fact. So I had let me move this down. So it was like way after the fact when, you know, I kind of had my, what everyone has their Lego dark time. No, I'm not dealing with Lego anymore. But I had my Lego dark time consisted of me doing like mega blocks and mega constructs. And what kind of got me back into some of the building was the mega constructs Pirates of the Caribbean, all that. Oh, absolutely loved it. I still have all those sets, by the way. I just put together the other day, I had Cutlass's Stormbreaker from the Pirates line. Okay. There we go. And then that's supposed to fit kind of together like that. And we got some swords on the roof. Little odd, but I take it. I'll take it. And I like the fact, and it's not just like gray swords. They are silver metallic swords, which is awesome. Awesome. Absolutely love it. Definitely build with those. Okay. Now it looks like we're making a tree, and it looks like all of this is going to be taking up a good portion of the stuff that we have. So I'm excited about that for sure. We're going to pop this in here. Then we get one of our kinetic stop barrels. Another one of these pins. This time we've got a number 3 corner. And then another Technic pin. And then another number 3 corner. And then another Technic pin. Boom, boom, boom. Another number 3. That's going to kind of rock back out the opposite direction. Another Technic pin. And then another sleeve up here. Gonna go in kind of like this. So we're creating this sort of piece like this. And honestly, if you ever have this, you're like, I don't like the holes. The holes are unsightly. You could actually peg in 1x1 round studs in there, and that'll correct and clear some of that out. So we're gonna turn this around this way. This is going to fit with the curve going up and out that way. Okay. I'm excited about how they're making their palm trees, because I have other palm trees that I've made. Like, I'm always looking at different techniques. I've had some that were like, use the big like palm leaves, the palm smalls, some that use like the traditional leaves, some that use both, some that use these as well. So I'm excited to see how they're doing this and incorporate some of that building technique with the other trees that I have. So that way, because again, I'm going to have a Texas coast that's a cyberpunk sort of coast, and I'm kind of looking at Rockport, because honestly, I would love to move and retire at Rockport. I love that area. My family, they all, like the Greek side of my family, they all hail from Corpus Christi. And so for me, that's like, I don't know, I felt kind of a draw to it. And now that we've gone, and I absolutely loved it, I'm like, oh, I want to go back. So I have a feeling we're going back this year too. All right, so we are snapping on a palm leaf. We're using a basic head as a coconut. I dig that. I will I will definitely utilize this technique. Apparently, back in the day, my dad, when he lived in Corpus Christi, he would he worked, I think, for the city, and he would climb up into all the palms, and you get dead palms in the trees that you gotta knock out here and there, and so he would climb up into the trees and use a little machete and hack down the leaves and clean up the trees here and there. I always thought that was, he'd tell me about that. I always thought that was such a cool story. I'm like, oh man, that's awesome. And then he would tell me about all the bugs that would crawl out on them, because apparently there's a lot of like water bugs and cockroach-like things that will climb over on you when you're up there. That part, I'm like, I could have done without that. For sure, I could have done without that part. Didn't need to know, Dad. But he means good. He means good. Alright. Yeah, right now I've got family. They're going to Crystal Beach. Normally, like, because we also had family that lived in Crystal Beach area. So they all have a big family ordeal going there. For me personally, though, man, Rockport and how do I put it? Corpus Christi. That's my jam. Okay, so I'm going to resituate these because there's some of this is not wanting to line up quite the way I think they're wanting it to go. So we're going to kind of pop them in like this, layer them like this, kind of layer them as much as we can. That one goes up on top. This one goes here. Turn that, and then one more going right over here, possibly. Now, I will admit, this right here, that's a tight fit. That's a very tight fit. And I feel like that's putting a little bit of pressure on things. This might have to be rebuilt a little bit, but I mean, it looks the part. Don't get me wrong. It definitely looks the part. And this, as far as clearing for the rest, work really, really well. We're going to do this. We're going to take this. Yeah, because this just does not want to line up quite the way. If I scoot that over just a little bit more. Oh my goodness. If it's not one, it's the other. And I kept thinking, I'm like, what? Maybe there's like one thing off. Just kind of shoot it right there. We'll kind of go with that. It's clipped kind of hanging off the end. I would probably, me personally, would rebuild that part of the tree just a little bit to make sure that that fits, because you see how that's sitting up. Like something as simple as a droid arm. Put it on there, clip it out, just something. But that's a little too tight in my opinion, my honest opinion. But we're gonna go with what we got, and there just doesn't seem to be enough bar, and the bar is pushed all the way through as it should be, but there's just, I don't know, it's tight in my opinion. Nothing, I mean, it's not bad, don't get me wrong, it's not like, oh, that aspect is going to completely ruin the whole build. No, nothing like that. It just, for if you're a kid trying to build this, that could be aggravating. If you are someone who's been building for a long time, it's like, yeah, no, that's not going to work. We're just going to rebuild it. That's definitely one of those where it's like, you're going to want to change that. So far, do I still think it's worth it? Oh, yeah. As a matter of fact, yeah. As a matter of fact, if you want to, and you want to get one, I got the link down there in the show notes. Definitely go get one. Because so far, I'm liking every aspect of this. And apparently we get some skeletons, which I'm all good with having skeletons. Especially skeletons that have, like, eye patches and stuff. Oh my goodness. So much of this. Honestly, I might be ordering another one. I like this. This is quite fun. Alright, this is going to go right back on the back end here. And then we're doing yet another palm tree. So, much like we did before, we're taking our stem here. We're going to slide it right up through there. We're going to pull it till it stops. Boom. Surprisingly, yeah, I guess there's that much space in there that it has to have that. Okay, so we got a leaf, and then this time we got yellow coconuts. A yellow coconut. It's gonna go right here on the end. So, boom. And then we are doing another. So we got this, a bamboo, 3 stemmed bamboo, one and one of these. And then we're putting our head on there as a coconut. I love that. That is actually, that's brilliant. Putting this here. This is going to go right up on top. And this should snap to the other side, it looks like. Okay, maybe that's what I did wrong. I don't know. We'll see how well this one fits this time versus the other. So we got, of course, our head. We got our little leaf. This is going to snap right into here. Maybe it'll have a little bit more room. And then one more rung of these. So green on green, and then our yellow for our yellow coconuts. Okay, so yeah, that does actually fit a little bit better. So you have to scatter them one across the other. So I might, let's go back. Now that we have built this one in a rather successful way, let's take this one and let's reshape where everything goes. So it goes like this, this is out on this end, just like that, and then that should fit here. So that does actually fit a lot better. And I like the look of these trees. They're nice. I utilize a lot of Technic parts when I can for trees as it is. So I've got one more of these yellow, it's like gold 1x1 round studs. I'm gonna go ahead and place it in here. Called for 2, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it in there as an extra piece of gold, a bloom. All right. So that leaves us now, we're at bag 7. So we are already done with 5 and 6. And I mean, it's looking really nice. Look at this. We got some palm trees. We got a hut with swords on it. We've got a golden chest. I like the way that they created that chair. There's some building techniques in that I'm definitely going to use. There's some really good supplies in this. So we're going to place this back down here because I have a feeling we'll turn this way. We're on bag 7. So we got 7, 8, and 9. 8, I believe, is our little shark friend. I'm going to place that up there. So 7, and the bags are small. Like, it's not anything crazy or wackadoodle. Oh, yay, we got a parrot. Oh, man, I have not had a Lego bird like this in such a long time. And I remember I used to get the red ones that had the white and the black and the yellow on it. I loved those birds. Like I said, this is giving me such Lego pirate vibes. I absolutely miss the Lego Pirates line. That was such a cool line. Alright, now we've got our little plant thing here. We've got a 3-leafed brown barreled brick bamboo. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green leaves. one of the light green, and then now we're starting to put flower studs down. So 1, 2, 3, and then a yellow one. Okay. So let's see here. Uh-oh, I got an ad. I don't want an ad. No ads. Alright, so our yellow one is going to go right down here. Kind of count, stud counting yet again, just to make sure we're where we're supposed to be. This is going to go, we've got one right here on the end. Goes right here. We've got another one that looks like it's going right over here off the end of the stairs. That seemed a little odd to me. It's kind of going off the end of the stairs. I will probably move that. I don't necessarily... That seems odd. Like, odd not in a good way. Like, odd as in a... What? Why would it be growing off the stairs? There's no vine work heading up there. Like, no. We don't do that. But I also have to remember it's okay. It is essentially a kid's set as it is. And it's an affordable kid's set for, like, Lego Pirate stuff. Which I am wholeheartedly right now absolutely supporting this. This is really cool. If I could tag the actual company, I'd love to tag them. And actually look for more of these sets. Okay, so we got another plant growing off of there. So there are like vine work growing all over the place. Okay. It's alright. We get a sailor's box here. That's kind of cool. So this is going to go out this direction. So our sailor's box is going to go right here. And we are center studding that right there. Then we get our first skeleton. Okay, so skeleton head, arm, leg, and leg. I like the skeletons. When I got my skeleton with the with my Fortnite set, because you know at night a lot of the bad guys they'll turn into skeletons, which has a little bit of an old world, like, what was it? It was oh man, Castlevania 2 was like that, where it's like at night if you were out, the monsters got bigger, badder, and if you were in town, the villagers turned into zombies and skeletons. Like, ooh, spooky. I need to get that game. And actually, one of my friends, he goes by Kobe Bryant. Not the Kobe Bryant. It's a different Kobe Bryant. He actually, he was telling me about a game system that has a lot of those games embedded on it. It's like a little handheld. Had Chacon the Forever Man, I think Castlevania series. I'm like, that actually sounds brilliant. That sounds like the thing to get. So maybe at some point. So we got a silver black bar. We got a flag. We have a lantern. And one of these little arm stemmy things. Okay. So with this, we're going to be putting this onto here. Got our lantern, which is looking good. I like that there's like metallics in this, so it still has a bit of an old world vibe to it. It's not so just like, it's got black and it's got some gunmetal, some gold and silver. I like it, and even the flag has. I love this. It's kind of oh man, not a Davy Jones, a Jolly Roger, but he has like a gold eye patch on, which is hilarious. Alright, so that fits in like that, and yeah, now it looks like we're building some cannon work. So we have a gray bar, we've got this gray piece here, we've got this gray piece, red. It's like a pot, a 1x1 round barrel brick, a blue Technic, and then a kinetic stop to a ball joint. So, that's trying to roll off the table. Stop it. Stop it. Okay, so how are we building this? So we're going to go ahead and put the turnable plate here. We've got this bar here, or this like, what is that, a plate to Technic? I'm going to put that in there. This goes right here. Kinetic stop goes there. This pot goes right here on the back. And that goes here. Oh my goodness, we made ourselves a little catapult, didn't we? That is cool. That is cool. So you can do that and kind of go boom. It's got a little bit of pull to the Technic, so it's not quite so loose. You could always replace it with a black one, though, which is usually the black ones are a little bit looser and it allows for a little bit more turnability. The blues, I think, are a little bit tighter. But still, that's pretty cool. I like that. Alright, now we're building a cannon. I have not had a Lego cannon in ages. I used to get them all the time with the pirate stuff. And then I got one time. It was with oh my goodness, it was like some sort of like, I can't even remember what it was. It was like some sort of weird like armory set, and I got a Lego pirate cannon there, and it was one that you pull back and it actually shoots the 1x1 barrel brick, which I thought was kind of interesting, because before we just kind of dump the cannon and make it fall out. Like, that's kind of how we rolled back in the day. Okay, and then we've got this piece. It's supposed to fit one under there, and then one under there, and this is going to fit onto the bottom here. Okay, and now we're on to bag 8. So we got our cannon and stuff. Nice. It's spring loaded. So not only are we getting you know, a cannon and all these really cool parts that reminds us of old school Lego, we're now also putting together and building our own cannon. I dig it. I absolutely dig this. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pop all this stuff here together. And let's see how they want us putting this stuff together. So that's going to go in here. Right? And that's going to go right down on top. This is to fit right. Boom! Oh, and that spring feels tight. That cannonball is going to be going. It's definitely going to be flying out. Probably don't want to point this at anybody, as a matter of fact. Let's try it real quick. Let's see. Woo! Yeah. That's got some fire to it, man. Alright. Oh, wow. Alright, so this is... We're going to be basing this down. It looks like it's going right about... Kind of judging just to see. It looks like it's going... Is it going here? Right about here. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Very, very, very cool. Okay. Now we're building our shark head. So we need a red and then these two slope pieces. So we got one going here. And we're leaving, it looks like, a little bit of room. 1 and 2. So instead, we're not putting it right on the end, we're putting it kind of on the one stud back. And then we need two of these snot bricks. 1x2 snot bricks, and then 1x1 snot bricks. So go ahead and put 1 and 2 down this way, 1 and 2 down this way, and then these are going to fit right on top to finish up the back of this head. Nice. And that's, I think it's going to fit right into there. Boom, kind of like that. All right. Now we need 1, 2 of these 1x4s, 1 and 2 of these slant plates, 1, 2 of these white teeth pieces, 1 and 2 of these 1x2 jumpers, and then 1 and 2 of these quarter round pieces. Another ad. Okay. So with that, we're going to build it this way. So we got 1, 2. This is gonna go out this way, and then 1. So we're building it at kind of like that. And we're gonna do the same thing on the opposite side, but it's mirrored. So 1, 2. This is gonna go across. It's gonna go down this way, like that. And these are gonna fit right into here. 1 and 2. It's already looking like a shark. Chomp, chomp, chomp. All right, now we need 1, 2 of these step slopes. 2 more teeth. 1, 2 of our 1x1 plates. And then I've got to show you this. Okay, let me put it together first. And then let me show you what we're dealing with, because this is, this is great. Definitely, oh man, I feel like whoever's like, all right, we got to design this. We got to, you know, come up with this. Like, I think whoever really designed and thought of this really had in mind some classic like movies in their head when they were making this, and I'll show you why. Normally we get no, it goes the opposite way. Normally we get you know, the eyes that are white with the black pupil pieces on it, and then it's got like this on there, etc. These are black with just a white glare spot on it, like a shark. And it's probably one of the most quoted lines, besides where we're going to need a bigger boat in Jaws. But, you know, the black eyes, soulless eyes, like a doll's eyes. I love the fact that this is on there. It cracks me up. I dig this. This is funny. This is not just funny, but it's fun. Like, it's a lot of fun. All right. Enough of me gabbing about this stupid shark. All right, so it looks like we're going right on the back. And go 1 and 2. We're putting a fin on the back of the shark. Finny fin. I heard that this fin actually was able to get away from the stormtroopers and start a life of his own. Oh wait, too soon. Too soon. I was really hoping he would have done more. But alas, that's all I got on that one. Okay, so now it looks like we're going to finish up our parts here. We're building the bottom jaw portion now. So we've got our 1x2 plate with 2 1x1x1x1. Again, I know that they're supposed to be called brackets, but they don't feel like brackets. I feel like they're more like snot plates. 2 and now we got a double-sided, and 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so here we go. This is going to go 1, 2, and then 3. Oh wait, no. Okay, I think this one goes in the center. Either way, these are going to go in the center. That's going to go like this. This is going to line up with that to create the jaw. Yeah. And then we're on our last bag. We're on bag 9. Wild. Absolutely wild. This thing is going super fast. Now, keep in mind, it does not come with any brick separators. So if you're needing those, you'll probably want to get some at either your local Lego store. Mini Bricks, Figs and More. I think it's the one local to me. Resale shops or online. Or use, like I have an abundant ones from other sets, including a ton from Lumabricks. So, you know, if you have a, you probably want to use it, but it does not come with brick separators. It's something to keep in mind. We have our plate, so it's a 1x3 pointed plate. 1, 2 of these slopes, 1-step slopes, and then 1, 2 of these 1x1 plates. I'm gonna fit that one onto there, fit this one onto here, and then this is supposed to fit right onto here. So we want teeth down, but stem up. It's gonna go like that. 1, 2, and then this is supposed to fit, I think, right on the back. Boom. So kind of like that. And then, yeah, because that's gonna fit right into there. Rawr, 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 rawr. That's cute. All right, so now we need 1, 2. So we do have like double-sided, so like stud to stud instead of stud to anti-stud. This one has the extra stud to stud in there, which is something to keep in mind. But they're using it in a pretty good way. Like, they're using it in a way that attaches and leaves lots of smooth areas. 1, so we're going to put that one here. Put this one right up here. Sadly, I feel like that should have gone up instead of it being right there. I feel like we should have had a plate or something that would have pushed that forward just a little bit more. Or even turned it that way, but it still doesn't cover completely. That's okay. That's okay. That feels like a little bit of a pet peeve for me. I'm not too keen on that, but okay, that fits there. Rawr, rawr. Check that out. So, oh, this is cute. Super, super cute. This is definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. Yeah. All right. So we're finishing up. We got a trap, I think, and that's pretty much it at this point. So 1, 2. Then we've got our chain, and it is a silver chain. We get some more crabs. I like having the crabs. No, not like that, guys. Come on, gross. Like crabs, like the actual sea life. The Lego crabs. Oh my goodness. I'm like drawing a blank of what in the world to say. We're going to go ahead and we're going to make these bars here because I don't want to lose them. So we will need 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So each one gets 3 pieces, and looks like we're making 6 of them. So 12 of the arms, 6 of the bars. The most intricate crab trap I think I've seen in a very long time. 4, 5, 6, and we need 1 more. Yeah, this is definitely, I haven't used a trap. So when I was younger, we'd use fish traps all the time in low-lying swamp areas to get fish and frogs and all sorts of stuff. But I haven't done trapping in a long time. That's gonna go there. This is fitting 1 and 2. And then we need 1, 2, 3, 4 of these droid arms. how are we doing this? Okay, so it looks like we're going to go 1 and 2, and then we got another section 1 and 2. Kind of push that down just a little bit, and then we'll do one more set of them. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Okay. And this should fit. There's lots of commercials on this one today. Give me a second. I'm trying to get past all the commercials here. Okay. So this should go 1 and then 2, just like this, right? So we're going to fit them together kind of like this. This is a little bit of a tight fit, I will admit. This feels a little off, like it doesn't feel like it wants to fit quite the way it should, but we're going to do it like this. We're going to pop that one there, we're going to pop this one here, and now we'll bring these up. Push these arms back again, and then we'll click these into place here. Okay, so that's how we're building this trap. Now we'll drop a crab and a crab. Actually, we'll do it this way. We'll make this a little bit easier on us. I'm going to go ahead and put this on, and then we'll snap these into place here. Okay, that's all snapped into place. We'll drop our crabs in. We got 2 of these crabs, and then we're going to pop this one into place. Pop those back out, I guess. Oy. Yeah, the tension on this is high, very high. Okay, yeah, so now we've got a trap with the crabs. It says to put it on the end here. Honestly, I want to do this. I'm going to center it right there. But let's look at our stuff that we have left over, okay? So we got a few of these pieces and parts here left over. I'm going to take this flower and put it right there, okay? I'm going to take this right here, and I'm going to put it underneath here. Just stick that on there. Boom. Just like that. Then we got a rock over here. Okay, so that's going to fit right onto here. Okay. But there's nothing holding it into place. So I'm going to take this here stud. So I've got a stud with a clip. And I'm going to put it right there, center it right there, and I'm just going to clip that into place so it doesn't go anywhere. If it's a model and I don't want it to go anywhere, then I really don't want it to go anywhere. Matter of fact, let's pick it up and move it over one, kind of like that. Nice. Now I'm going to take this right over here and I'm going to add a little bit of rock, I think, to it. Yeah. Let's see here. I've got this spot over here that I'm going to put this tile down there. I've got another one of these studs. So I'm going to do a technique if I can. I'm going to turn this way. Put a clip on top. And then I'm going to turn that back this way. I'm going to fit it right onto here. And then if I have another spot where I want to put like something, I can. And then I've got one more of these little bars left. I'm just going to stick it in there. Okay. Man, that's looking pretty cool. I absolutely love this. This is, to be quite honest, this is a pretty basic build. And like I said, there's a lot more in the line. We've got these, and I saw that there was like a sunken ship, and I mean, honestly, like, I would get these just for like the building parts themselves, but there's a part of it kind of wants to get another set of this just to build the pirate islands and, you know, put it with the other stuff that I have. This is a lot of fun. This is absolutely a lot of fun. I dig this quite a bit. This is a really, really solid set. It's a good set. I'm not gonna lie. This is one of those. This thing is, yeah. I definitely recommend this one quite a bit. Like I said, I'll put it down in the show notes, so if you're wanting to get one, you can get one from me. Right now, they're super cheap. I would grab it while you can. Honestly, I might be grabbing another one here pretty soon because I really enjoyed this quite a bit, and I'll probably build it yet again and just then rip things apart and do whatever I want. Hey, listen, if you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications to be alert. Anything comes from me to you. Like this video, helps YouTube knowing that you're liking what I'm making. Come on, rascal. Also, comment. Tell me, what do you think about this set? Do you miss that Lego's not doing any of the pirate stuff really anymore? Like, that would be a great thing to bring back out. Pirates, Western, Castle, like, really to have this stuff on the shelves. I think that I go in, all I see is Speed Champions, Minecraft, which I like. Sometimes Fortnite, but there hasn't been like a lot. And then Friends, City, and Botanicals, and that's been about it. Like Ninjago, which is nice. Mario, which is okay, but there's some of them are kind of expensive. I don't know. I think if they had Castle and some of these other things out, that would start bringing that imagination back. I don't know. It'd be worth just for them to put a few sets out and see what happens, right? Castle, Pirates, Western. Let's see what they come of it. Hey, other than that, I'm definitely going to suggest this. Got the link down in the show notes. Get it from the shop. It really helps out. And hopefully me building this has helped you decide on whether you wanted to get this or not, because I'm hoping to help us become better budgeted brick builders, whether they're Lego or not. I definitely am going to recommend this. Give me a while to play with it. Let me find good, bad, and I'll do a review of it here soon, okay? Hey, I thank you all for showing up. I really do appreciate you. The music that I listened to today, I'll put down the show notes as well. It's also by Odd Behavior. Absolutely love his music, so definitely give him a shot if you want to play that particular album while I build. It'll play along. I usually start it right when I start, so that way you can kind of hear it as I'm going, okay? Like I said, hey, thank you all for showing up. Hey, listen, I love you all. Jesus loves you more. There's nothing you can do about it. Good luck with the build, and happy brick hunting.